My brother asked to borrow my phone charger at the family beach house. His battery was dead. I handed him my phone instead, told him to use it while his charged. 10 minutes later, I picked it up to check the time and saw he had left his messaging app open. There was a group chat. The name at the top made my stomach turn, Marcus's pity party. I should have closed it. I should have respected his privacy, but I saw my name in the last message and I could not stop myself from scrolling up. What I found there changed everything. Before I show you how this family vacation went from perfect to nuclear in less than an hour, tell me where you are watching from. Drop a comment below, smash that like button, and subscribe, because what happens next proves that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones stabbing you in the back. Let me tell you how I discovered my entire family had been laughing at my generosity behind my back. I had been planning this vacation for 6 months. My whole family together for 1 week at a beach house in North Carolina. My parents, my older brother Kyle, my younger sister Emma, and their significant others. 8 people total. I was 32 years old, single, and doing well in my career as a software engineer at a tech company in Seattle. I had worked hard to get where I was, and I wanted to do something special for the people I loved. The beach house cost $4,500 for the week. I paid for it without telling anyone. I wanted it to be my gift. When I sent the invitation, I just said I had found a great deal and wanted everyone together. Nobody asked questions. They just said yes and started planning what to pack. But that was just the beginning of what I paid for. I wanted this trip to be perfect, stress-free, memorable. So I started adding things. I booked a deep-sea fishing charter for the guys, $350. I reserved spots at an upscale seafood restaurant for our first night dinner for 8 people with drinks, $600. I hired a photographer to take family photos on the beach at sunset, $450. I stocked the entire house with groceries before everyone arrived. Another $500 of steaks, fresh seafood, wine, snacks, everything I could think of. I rented jet skis for an afternoon, paid for a private surfing lesson for Emma, who had always wanted to try it, and even arranged a couples massage for my parents at a nearby spa as an anniversary gift. Every time I thought of something that would make someone smile, I just booked it. I did not think about the cost. I just wanted everyone to be happy. The total came to just over $8,000. I had the money. I had been saving and investing well. And honestly, it felt good to be able to do this. Growing up, we never had much. My parents worked hard, but money was always tight. Family vacations were rare, and when we did go somewhere, it was camping or staying with relatives. I wanted to give everyone something special, something we would remember forever. When everyone arrived at the beach house that first afternoon, their reactions made every dollar feel worth it. My mom actually cried when she saw the ocean view from the deck. Emma ran through the house, squealing about how beautiful everything was. Kyle immediately grabbed a beer from the fully stocked fridge and clinked it against mine. "Dude, this place is incredible." "You really outdid yourself." "Just want everyone to have a great time," I said, grinning. That first night, we all sat around the big dining table, eating the steaks I had grilled, drinking wine, laughing at old stories. My dad told the one about the time Kyle and I tried to build a tree house and nearly broke our necks. Emma shared embarrassing photos from her phone. Kyle's girlfriend Jennifer, who I had only met once before, seemed to fit right in. It was exactly what I had hoped for. The next morning I woke up early and made a huge breakfast. Pancakes, bacon, eggs, fresh fruit, orange juice, coffee. I set it all out buffet style on the kitchen island and rang a little bell to wake everyone up. They stumbled out of their rooms in pajamas, looking sleepy and happy. This was my dream. All of us together, relaxed, enjoying life. Over the next few days, we did everything I had planned. The deep-sea fishing trip was a blast, even though only Kyle caught anything substantial. The fancy dinner was delicious, though I noticed some eye-rolling when the bill came, and I grabbed it before anyone else could. The surfing lesson had Emma hopping with excitement. The family photos at sunset turned out beautiful, the photographer capturing all of us laughing on the beach with the golden light making everything look magical. But I started noticing little things. Whispers that stopped when I walked into a room. Glances exchanged between Kyle and Emma. My mom looking at me with an expression I could not quite read, something between gratitude and concern. Jennifer spending a lot of time on her phone, typing quickly and then putting it away when I appeared. I told myself I was being paranoid. Everyone seemed happy. Everyone said thank you. What was there to worry about? Then came day 5. We had spent the morning at the beach, and everyone came back to the house to shower and rest before dinner. I was in the kitchen making sandwiches for lunch when Kyle came downstairs. "Hey man, can I borrow your charger? Mine died and I cannot find it anywhere." "Sure, I will grab it," I said, but he was already heading back upstairs. "Actually, can I just use your phone for a minute? I need to check something and mine is completely dead." "I will bring it right back." I handed him my phone without thinking. He took it upstairs. 15 minutes later, I needed to check the time and went to find it. He had left it on the bathroom counter. The screen was still lit up. And there, open on the screen, was a messaging app. But it was not my messages. He had logged into his account and forgotten to log out. I should have just logged him out and walked away. But I saw the group chat name at the top of the screen. Marcus's Pity Party. My name. In a group chat I was not part of. My finger moved before my brain could stop it. I scrolled up. The messages went back to before the trip even started. There were hundreds of them. And as I read, I felt my entire body go cold. "Kyle, 3 weeks before the trip, bro, Marcus is going so overboard with this vacation. He just told me he booked a fishing charter. Like we cannot just fish off the pier, Emma. He is such a tryhard. It is honestly embarrassing." "Jennifer, is he always like this, Kyle? He has money now and he wants everyone to know it. It is his whole personality." My mom, "Now, Kyle, your brother is just trying to do something nice." "Kyle, Mom, come on. You know it is weird. He is trying to buy our love or something. It is pathetic. Emma, for real. Every time we hang out, he is always like, 'I will get this,' or 'let me pay for that.' Like, dude, we get it. You are successful. Calm down." The messages continued through the whole week, making fun of the breakfast I made, mocking the fancy dinner, joking about the photographer. Kyle, the day before Marcus, literally hired a photographer for family photos. Who does that? Is he running for office or something, Jennifer? Maybe he is lonely and this is how he gets attention. Emma, that is actually really sad, but also annoying. Like, I feel bad for him, but also I kind of want to tell him to chill. Kyle's girlfriend, someone I barely knew, analyzing my psychological state. My own sister calling me annoying. And Kyle, my brother, who I looked up to my entire childhood, leading the mockery. But the message that made my hands shake was from 2 days ago. "Kyle, how much do you think he has spent on this trip? Has to be thousands." Emma, "Oh, easily. The house alone is probably crazy expensive." Kyle, "And he is going to hold it over our heads forever. Remember that time I paid for everyone to go to the beach? He will bring it up at every family gathering for the next 10 years. Emma, 100%. That is so Marcus. He keeps score of everything. My dad joining in for the first time. Your brother has a good heart. He just wants to feel appreciated." Kyle, Dad, there is a difference between wanting to feel appreciated and desperately needing validation. Marcus needs therapy, not a thank you card. I kept reading. Every kind thing I had done twisted into something pathetic. Every generous gesture turned into a punchline. They had been laughing at me the entire time, smiling to my face while typing poison behind my back. My breath came in short gasps. I felt like I had been punched in the stomach. These were the people I loved most in the world, the people I had spent $8,000 trying to make happy, and they thought I was a joke. I heard footsteps on the stairs. Kyle was coming back. I quickly logged him out of the messaging app and set the phone down, my hands trembling. When he walked into the bathroom, I was staring at my own reflection in the mirror, barely recognizing the person looking back at me. "Oh, hey, thanks for letting me use it," Kyle said, casually, completely unaware that I had just read every cruel word. "No problem," I managed to say. He left. I stood there for another 5 minutes trying to process what I had discovered. Then slowly a different feeling replaced the hurt. Something colder. Something sharper. Anger. I went to my room and closed the door. I sat on the bed with my laptop and opened my email. Then I started clicking through every confirmation, every receipt, every reservation. And one by one I began canceling things. The restaurant reservation for that evening. Canceled. I made sure to note in the cancellation that it was outside the 24-hour window, so the deposit was non-refundable. But that was not my problem anymore. The couple's massage I had booked for my parents the next morning. Canceled. The sunset dolphin watching cruise I had planned as a surprise for the last evening. Canceled. The groceries for the rest of the week I had planned to restock them. I deleted the shopping list. But the big one was the beach house itself. I pulled up the rental agreement and read through it carefully. We had 2 days left on the reservation. The contract stated that the person who booked the house, meaning me, was responsible for the final walkthrough and any damages. It also stated that the person who booked it was the primary renter and had the authority to modify the reservation. I called the rental company. "Hi, this is Marcus Chen calling about the property on Sandpiper Lane. I need to modify our checkout date." The woman on the phone was friendly. "Sure, what did you need to change? We need to check out tomorrow morning instead of Saturday morning." "Oh no, cutting the trip short. I am sorry to hear that. Let me see what I can do." There was typing on her end. "Okay, so you will forfeit the last 2 nights since it is less than 48 hours notice. That was $900 per night, so $1,800 total. The rest has already been processed. Is that all right?" "That is fine," I said. $1,800. A small price to pay for what I was about to do. "Great, so checkout is tomorrow by 11 a.m. Is there anything else I can help you with? Actually, yes. I am taking my name off the reservation entirely. I need to transfer primary responsibility to someone else in the party." "Sure, we can do that. Who will be the new primary renter?" "Kyle Henderson." I gave her his phone number and email. "Perfect. I will send him the updated agreement to sign electronically. He will be responsible for the final walkthrough, the cleaning deposit, and any damages." "Sound good?" "Sounds perfect." I hung up and sat back. Kyle would get the notification in a few minutes. Let him figure out what to do with it. Then I opened my banking app and looked at the grocery bill from earlier in the week. $512 at the local supermarket. I had paid with my credit card. I took a screenshot of the receipt showing what I had bought. Steaks for 8 people. Fresh salmon. Shrimp. Expensive cheeses. Good wine. All still in the refrigerator downstairs. I started packing my bag. I did not have much. I had traveled light. Everything fit in one suitcase and a backpack. I checked my flight options. There was a flight out of the regional airport at 6:30 that evening. I booked it. Expensive last-minute ticket, but worth every penny. My phone buzzed. A text from Kyle. "Dude, did you change the beach house reservation?" I did not reply. Another buzz. "Marcus, what is going on? I just got an email saying I am responsible for checkout. I finished packing." Another text. "Seriously, man, call me." I turned off my phone. I waited until everyone was out on the beach. Through the window, I could see them all down by the water. Kyle and Jennifer were walking along the shore. Emma was lying on a towel. My parents were sitting in beach chairs under an umbrella. They looked happy, relaxed, having a wonderful time on the vacation I had paid for while they mocked me. I carried my bags downstairs quietly. I left them by the front door and went into the kitchen.